Coach. And this...
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns heading out, and the pressure squarely on the shoulders of number 6 in his second season now with the Browns. The number 1 overall pick in 2018, Baker Mayfield. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
53 is mine. All day, every day, any day.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 53. Bandit. Check. Lucky. 54.
Here's Watson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
58's the money. 58's the money.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 24. Check 13. Check 13.
Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good job. Too easy.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
24. 58, right over there.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
We'll see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You. Switch.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 1st down sack, 2nd down negative rushing play.
And I will guarantee you right now the head coach is weighing in on his headset to the offense coordinator, whether he thinks it's strategy or he thinks it's execution, because that's going to determine this next play call. Are you staying with what you're doing, or are you going in a different direction?
3rd and long. It's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
4 down. Check.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in... to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Check.
After the interception, here's Watson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us. Check. Hey, 24.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And a nice spin into some open field. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game. Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward.
Intercepted all day, baby. Yeah.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them. I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Following the interception, Mayfield, his throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it'll be 2nd down. A look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass. And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Check. 180. Check 45 to
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately. Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. On first down, Barkley, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
At 24. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Show it. At 24.
Watson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's...
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here we go. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Come on, boy.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Right there. You must be dreaming. Out we go. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is Selleck here with the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Watson now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Watson off play action. He's got Green. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you could drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd and 12, Watson forced out to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Watson on third down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
First down throw from Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And some room to roam now. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53, Mike 53. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike 53, 53, Mike. Hey.
Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. To throw again on second down. Watson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Watson. And able to find Green. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 54. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go one more.
Now a first down throw. Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Looking ahead to Week 6 in the NFL, some big games next weekend, including the first London game of the year. Panthers and Bucks, they'll do battle in the UK. And back home, it all starts Thursday night with one that a lot of folks have circled on the calendar. The Giants and the Patriots. The Pats maybe still stinging from the losses of Super Bowl. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack on first down, Watson will try and set up the screen. It's complete. Whoosh. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Barkley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down and 4, Watson gets this one to Juszczyk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On first down, Watson. Green brings it in. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
53 is the mark.
Another try for Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Watch the slack.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Check 53. Come on.
They'll try with McKinnon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown.
180.
45. Hey, let's get this. Check three.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 29, Mayfield, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They run it again with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Past the 20. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Double tight, guys, double tight. On. Five down. Stand up in.
Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. He's at the 30, the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run. Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Let's go. Do it.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. DK Metcalf for their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Set, 180. Push him back. Push him back.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
Under pressure now, Watson, And down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On second down, here's Barkley. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
First down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got you.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2000.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, 59! Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not today, you are. Not today. Hayward. Mike, 53.
Third and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jannard Avery able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And the Browns first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mayfield down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Mayfield on first down. Being chased out left. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you get
is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
To throw is Watson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jannard Avery bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on third down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And the Browns getting set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.